watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on. News 25 is brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law, voted Best of Las Vegas. Give them a call, 702-727-9900.
Thank you for joining us here on News 25 and Ace Country Radio and streaming at KPVM.TV and now on Roku devices on this Monday, November 18th. Good evening. I'm Chris Palermo, and here's what's happening. A Las Vegas driver is now arrested in suspicion of a DUI after crashing into a school bus, and News 25 has this story.
On Monday, November 18th at 6:07 a.m., a two-vehicle accident occurred in Las Vegas at the intersection of Lindell Road and Eldora Avenue between a school bus and a white sedan. According to the report, the white sedan ran through a stop sign and hit the school bus, which had two students inside. The school bus then veered off into a nearby residence and hit a tree. Both drivers and the students were taken to a nearby hospital with minor injuries. The driver of the sedan was suspected of impairment and has been taken into custody. No further information have been released at this time.
More news now. The Las Vegas Culinary Union is currently on strike at the Virgin Hotels in Las Vegas, and News 25 caught up with Culinary Union Secretary Ted Papageorge to talk about how their second day of the strike is going.
On the second day of the Culinary Union strike, the Culinary Union workers took their place outside of the Virgin Hotels Las Vegas, where nearly 700 union workers gathered to demand better wages. The ongoing negotiations have yet to yield a new union contract, with the previous agreement expiring on June 1st, 2023. The union members voiced their concerns over wage disparities, noting that the hotel is hiring outside workers at nearly double their hourly rates. The union's bargaining efforts have been underway for almost a year and a half, with many workers still expressing difficulties to make ends meet, often relying on multiple jobs.
Well, this contract has been expired for over 16 months, and we've had many negotiation dates. The Virgin Hotel has spent $1 billion, the company has, buying and remodeling this property, but they haven't brought any money for workers. They gave a last and final offer to workers over the summer of 0, 0, 0, 3 years of zero wage increases and very little after that. Meanwhile, every other property on the Strip and near the Strip has settled their union contract. Companies like the Stratosphere, the Westgate, Sahara, those workers have received over $4 an hour in wage increases this year. Meanwhile, the Virgin workers have received zero. These workers are very patient, but their patience at an end. They voted 99% to authorize a strike, and they're going to stay out here until they win, and we're going to support them 100%.
In response to the strike, the Virgin Hotels Las Vegas released a statement highlighting the strong interest in temporary positions, noting that on the first day of the strike, more than 350 individuals applied, following the 310 on the second day. The hotel reported turning away 100 applicants due to the overwhelming interest. Many of those who are applying have been laid off from other properties after accepting what the union called economically unsustainable contracts. The Virgin Hotels expressed gratitude for the dedication of the team members and the new applicants, emphasizing their commitment to providing an exceptional guest experience. The hotel stated that it is focused on reaching a reasonable agreement that benefits all 1,710 members and urges the Culinary Union to allow its members to vote on their proposal.
Well, fire restrictions will be eased on Southern Nevada public lands starting November 9th, allowing more activities, but fire safety remains a priority.
Fire restrictions have been reduced across public lands in southern Nevada, including the Pahrump Valley. Several agencies, including the Bureau of Land Management, U.S. Forest Service, National Park Service, Nevada Division of Forestry, and others, have lifted restrictions on activities such as building or maintaining campfires, smoking, operating vehicles on dry vegetation, and conducting hot work like welding or cutting. While these restrictions have been eased, fire officials are stressing the continued importance of caution. season. Although the risk of wildfires is lower, fire danger still exists, and the potential for rapid wildfire growth remains. Fire safety is a priority, as most wildfires in Nevada are human-caused, and the public is urged to follow all safety protocols when using fire in outdoor areas. Some restrictions will remain in place, particularly around fireworks, pyrotechnics, and incendiary devices, which are still prohibited on most public lands. Visitors are encouraged to check for specific regulations in the areas they plan to visit, as fire restrictions may differ across different agencies and regions. The U.S. Forest Service has restricted campfires in certain areas of the Spring Mountains National Recreation Area, and the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service requires the use of provided fire rings at designated wildlife refuge.
More local stories coming up. You're watching News 25.
You're watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on.
Welcome back to News 25. I'm Chris Palermo. Thank you for joining us on this Monday. The Pahrump Veterans Memorial Advisory Committee will meet on November 21st, 2024 to discuss upcoming events, awards, and improvements to the Veterans Memorial Building.
The Pahrump Veterans Memorial Advisory Committee will meet on Thursday, November 21st at 4 p.m. at the Veterans Memorial Building located at Chief Tecopa Cemetery. The meeting will begin with the Pledge of Allegiance and a roll call, followed by the approval of the agenda and the minutes from the previous meeting on October 17th. Public comment will be heard at 2 points during the meeting, with each speaker allowed to speak for up to 3 minutes. While no action will be taken on items raised during the public comment period unless included on the agenda, all community members are encouraged to participate. Among the agenda items for discussion are the approval of past actions related to out-of-cycle events of the Pahrump Veterans Memorial, upcoming events such as the Veterans Extravaganza scheduled for March 7th, and the Wreaths Across America ceremony on December 14th. The committee will also consider future recognition efforts, including certificates of appreciation and plaques for veterans, and deliberate on their involvement in the 2025 Veterans Extravaganza. In addition, the committee will discuss potential improvements to the Veterans Memorial Building, such as installing a bulletin board and file holder for veteran-related brochures. The committee announced that there will be no meeting in December due to the holiday season, and the next meeting is scheduled for January 16th. Members of the community are invited to attend and get involved in supporting veterans and upcoming events.
Sleep in Heavenly Peace is hosting their annual Christmas fundraiser, and Linda Wright with the Holiday Task Force is here to discuss all the jolly details.
Hi, I'm Linda Wright, and I'm here to invite you to Sleep in Heavenly Peace's Christmas fundraiser on Wednesday, December 4th at 6 p.m. Our doors open at 5 p.m. with dinner, and it's going to be a pasta buffet and dessert. We're going to have a silent auction from 5 to 7 with a live auction and entertainment starting at 7. And for those of you that don't know what Sleep in Heavenly Peace is, we build beds for children so they do not sleep on the floor. And no child should ever have to sleep on the floor in our community. Our tickets are $35 per person, and we do have sponsorships available for $250. And that gets you a table up front with your name on it. And if you have any questions, you can call me, Linda Wright, at 775-419-5715, or Carmen Merzin at 775-910-8921. We'd love to have you come and join us and help us build more beds. Thank you, and have a good evening.
And Enchant Las Vegas will be opening this week, and tickets are now on sale for the festive, magical fun.
Get ready for the holiday spirit as Enchant Christmas Las Vegas returns to the Las Vegas Ballpark starting November 22nd. This year's event features a lineup of exciting themed nights that promises delight to all the attendees. Kicking off the festivities with Family Night Out on November 24th, families can capture holiday memories with professional photos included in their admission fee. Space is limited and early registration is advised. On November 30th, join the Christmas country celebration invitation for a Wild West-themed evening filled with festive fun. Pet lovers can bring their furry friends for a Paws and Claws night on December 1st and December 8th, where pets can meet Santa with limited dog tickets and add-ons available. Military Appreciation Night is on December 5th, which will honor servicemen and women, with attendees encouraged to bring toys for the Toys for Tots drive to receive a store coupon. Other nights include First Responders Night on December 10th, a romantic date night on December 13th featuring wine and chocolate pairings. And there are so many more theme nights ahead. Tickets went on sale September 17th. Reserve your tickets online at enchantchristmas.com. Space is filling up fast.
Well, coming up, it was a busy day yesterday in sports for the home team. We'll just say that it was a busy day. And Mikey has your full report coming up. You're watching News 25.
You're watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on. News 25 is brought to you by Mountain West Lawyer, Injury Attorneys, 727-9500.
Welcome back to News 25. I'm Chris Palermo in sports. Well, yesterday the home team's in action, the Raiders, and the Vegas Golden Knights had a superstar player from the NHL visit them. Mikey is here now with your look at sports.
Time now for your News 25 look at sports and streaming at KPVM.TV and now on Roku devices. Vegas Golden Knights lost last night as Alex Ovechkin had his first hat trick of the season. Capitals went on to win 5-2. Next up for the Golden Knights, they play the Maple Leafs in Toronto on Wednesday. On Sunday, it was announced that UNLV football has moved up 7 spots to make a return to national rankings. Their record now sits at 8-2 following their 41-20 home game win over San Diego State on Saturday. UNLV ranks 23 in both polls. This is their highest ranking ever in program history by the Associated Press, and this also ties their highest ranking in the USA Today coaches poll. Well, the Raiders dropped another one to the Miami Dolphins on Sunday, 34-19. Next up for them, they play the Broncos on Sunday. And Pahrump Valley Trojan Boys Soccer Awards are on Tuesday, November 19th. And that's your look at sports on News 25.
News 25 WeatherCam is brought to you by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
Well, that is the Lerner and Rowe WeatherCam, and I'll tell you what, that is an incredible sunset. And if you've been looking at Mount Charleston, there is plenty of snow at the mountain cap. Complete forecast coming up with Kaylee in just a bit.
News 25 weather is brought to you by Desert View Hospital. We're here when you need us, providing compassionate and friendly care to our neighbors since 2006. DesertViewHospital.com.
Good evening, Nevada. I'm Kaylee Bentler in the News 25 Weather Studios. Let's check out our regional weather. Up in Fernley, we saw 44, 46 in Fallon, Carson City, 44, 39 in Tonopah, 43 Goldfield, 58 in Beatty, 62 Amargosa, 60 Las Vegas, and 71 Death Valley. But over in our paradise of Pahrump, we're currently at 54 degrees and the sun is shining. Saw a high of 60, winds in the east-southeast, 4 miles per hour, humidity 24%, and the sun rose at 6:24. But it's already gone. It went away at 4:35 p.m. Expect humidity at 33%. Winds in the north-northeast, 8 miles per hour. We got a very chilly 32 degrees and clear skies for tonight. Here's a look at the rest of the week. Tomorrow, we're keeping up with that cold temperatures at 57 degrees, but those temps slowly go up, up, up. We're seeing 70 and 69 on the weekend starting Friday, and then clouds rolling in, and those temperatures just dipping a little bit to lower 60s, 64 and 62 on Monday with some breezy conditions. And that is your look at the weather. Back to the desk. Here's Chris.
Thank you very much, Kaylee. So that's 70 degrees coming up this weekend. Does look good because we do have some events coming up to Petrek Park and, of course, all around town as usual. That'll just about do it for all of us here tonight at News 25. I'm Chris Palermo. Make it a great night.